Hello, I'm Lost, and we're back with another part of Black Mirror. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I have lost count as to what part we are on, but all the same, we will progress and see what happens with it. If I remember correctly, I just investigated the body, and we'd find out a little bit more about the previous Lord of the Manor. I'm just trying to figure out my way around the house again. Yeah, we'd learn more about the previous Lord of the Manor. He was very abusive to a lady, Cecilia or something along those lines. And he threw something which I should have in my inventory. Oh, I guess not. Really wish we'd put that back. Okay, there's a third page. Well, we'll read that then. Poor Alyssa. I tried to befriend her. In so doing, did I seal her awful fate. Was Cousin Edie the culprit? Or Eddie. Edie. I have suffered more waking dreams. Again, the boy leading me to the grave of my Aunt Cecilia. The boy, Johnny, my father, as a child. How could I have known just what he looked like back then? I dare not speculate. Father often spoke of the madness, the tragedy, and the murder that infests our family history. I cannot help but think that Alyssa too was a victim of this family, as much as my father was. The chronicle purports to contain some answers. But can I really believe in a curse? In a black mirror? An ancient artifact whose power was used to drive back the Romans? And then there's Dr. Faber. Can I trust her? Her turning up here this time seems like a truly convenient coincidence. Well, you know what? You said it, not me. Whoa, what's that red light? Once again, though, it does seem like the quest doesn't really have any guidance as to where I'm supposed to go. I once again find myself guessing. Maybe I talk to her and see what she says. No. I remember that. That's what she says, right. So, I did read up that this is a remake. I have a feeling that that is actually the cause of most of my problems. You see, I think they did a really good job in the sense of upgrading the graphics to more modern, because I don't know how old this game is, which to me suggests it might be quite old. But I would argue that this game looks rather fantastic for what it is. What if I spoke to you? Oh, you don't want to talk to me.
Are you convinced yet?
Oh, don't say the same thing again. I'm stuck. I can't move. Alright. Well, an autosave. Well, I mean, other than minor glitches, I do think this game is rather a good upgrade. Obviously, it's not, oh yeah, we went full 4K remake. It seems more like a, not necessarily a remaster, but just revitalizing the whole thing. Oh, never mind. I think I've properly broken the game. Right then, give me a minute. Alright, we've made it back into the dining hall. So I guess we will, one way or another, make our way outside. But yeah, so as I was saying, I'm not really against the style, I'm not really against the design choices. There are a few bugs here or there. I can't really ascertain as to how many bugs there were previously and how many they've got rid of, because I didn't exactly play this on launch. But other than a few awkward bugs, they are very minor, so I'm not going to complain too much. I will say there is an awe of it. Kind of, now that I know it's an old game, it kind of explains the randomness of it, where it's just like, oh yeah, go figure things out yourself. I'm all for games like that. I want that to be clear. I'm all for games like that, but I have a feeling there is a reason. Like, I don't think a game should absolutely hold your hand. I think there should definitely be... No, don't talk to her. Huh. It's fairly certain I'd already found that. I don't think games should absolutely hold your hand. There should definitely be an aura of mystery to the game. And I do appreciate that this game does have some level of mystery. But in order for mystery to be good, there must also be reasonable clues that don't make you, or don't rather put you in positions like I'm in now, where I'm not actually sure where to go next. So I'm just sort of dwindling wherever I can. And it's things like that that I think modern games have kind of improved on. Now, sometimes, yes, I do think they take it way too far. For example, in Life is Strange, where, as I said, they were just constantly saying over and over again, hey, I need to go to the shop. I need to go to the shop every single time you walk past the shop. And the thing is, there's like so much sprawling, what a waste of car batteries, leaving the lights on. There's so much sprawling nature to this game, as you can like already see in games like that. They want you to explore. And I think the problem is, like, it's good that they want you to explore. I have no issue with like playing exploring games. And it's good that, like, in Life is Strange, they try to remind you what your main quest is, but that kind of irritates you if you're actually trying to, you know, enjoy your exploration. On the contrast, though, while this game gives you a whole manner to explore, it often stands in your way by doing it. In the sense that if you do actually want to go through the main quest, you're probably going to end up spending more time exploring whether you want to or not, like I'm doing now. Because I generally don't know where I'm supposed to get the last name of said person, which is, I believe, what we're after, Investigate Alyssa's death. I don't know where we're going to find out any more information about that. Oh, my bad. And more so, I don't know what they expect me to do from here to progress. The only option I'm really left with is to sort of, as I've said, essentially cookie comb every single room and hope for the best. But I mean, aside from that, I think there's an interesting mystery to this game. Would I have marketed it as a horror? Well, while I still think I would consider it to be closer to horror than not because of the spooky elements of parts of this game, I wouldn't actually mark it to horror, no. And the main reason I wouldn't do that, at least so far, is because the trailer was a lot, if I remember correctly, I don't know, if I'm wrong, I'll play the trailer again and I'll show you what I saw. But I'm fairly certain the trailer was very, for use of a better term, Yeah, I really need more pieces. You can see it better now, to be fair, without the light. Is there anything on this desk that will help me right now? Absolutely not. I wonder why we can still interact with that then. That in and of itself could be a bug. Well, that was a waste of time. But hey. What isn't at this point? Or if there is anything down here, I can't see it. Thank you for gracing me with some light.
I've seen firsthand just how terrible a bully he is. Is this what drove my father away?
Good question, actually. Look, if you're going to be my light, I need you, Shadow, to keep up. Oh, okay. Can't go that way. It's so slow, and because of that, it's so dark. But yes, I do find myself quite at a loss for what it is I'm exactly looking for anymore. Which sadly means I'm going to have to consult a guide. Which I will admit ends up being more frustrating than not 90% of the time. Because I do like to play through these games blind and not get like any hints from any sort of guide. But it's very difficult if I feel like I'm missing something, or if I didn't pick up on something I should have perhaps picked up on. And I think what makes it a bigger problem is sometimes you don't even know
the belongings of Eddie's mother.
Aha.
Recognize that?
The necklace. Is that...
A young Eddie and his mother Clara.
I regret to inform you that your husband, Corporal Victor Mallory, number 874511, was killed in action with the enemy on the day of the 14th of September in Ypres. Your husband was involved in an advance against enemy lines. While he and his fellow soldiers fell, the action was successful, and you can take comfort in knowing his sacrifice saved many lives. It was not possible to get his remains away, and he was buried in a soldier's grave. Please accept the condolences of all the company. Yours, Captain Arthur Jones, 4th Army.
Thank you for your last letter. My heart soars with every word of yours I read. I touch the ink and imagine your fingers are just inches from mine, that we can almost touch, that I can almost feel the warmth of your skin once more. Young Edward grows more like his father each day. You'd be amazed how he shares your looks. I long for the day that this terrible war is ended and you return home to us, so we can be a family once more. I shall write to you again soon. Know that until then you are always in our hearts. Your loving wife, Clara.
The date. She was writing this when the death notice arrived. Oh, the poor woman.
Well, what now then? Really? Do you know what? I'm not going back up there. So here's what we're going to do. We'll walk outside and she should walk with us. Exactly.
You see? The necklace was his mother's. He gave it to the maid. The maid.
You're right. We need to speak to him about this. But how could you know this? I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Cousin Eddie might be a murderer. How I draw my conclusions can wait for now.
Good answer. Well, here comes the interesting confrontation.
There's no doubt about his...
Oh, we know.
Eddie, I need to ask you about the maid. About Elsa.
You didn't know her.
I know that you and her were... That is to say, I know you had feelings for her.
What? That's poppycock. You're as deranged as your father was.
David, really? You go too far with this behavior.
The police will be here soon. Would you not prefer to clear this up before they get here in case they link Eddie with a crime?
Now look here, young lady. How dare you speak?
That's enough. Eddie. You gave her this. It was your mother's.
I did. It was.
Eddie!
I was just trying to cheer her up. She has nothing, and I had no need of it. You know she sends... You know she sent most of her money home to her grandmother.
Her clothing was ripped, as if someone was trying to force themselves upon her.
I would never have hurt her.
My little doe. Strange thing to call the help.
How? It was just harmless fun, that's all.
You're a worthless liar. You think she thought being pressed against a dead animal was harmless fun?
How do you know? It's true. Elsa and I would never have laid a finger on her. We were in love. I helped her with everything, even with her chores. Rose and...
That's quite enough. Eddie, you are obviously upset. And you are not helping, David. Angus, will you please take the young master upstairs?
As you say, Mum.
He was about to confess to a crime. Smart
I
lady.
think you have caused quite enough disruption here. We shall settle this heritage dilemma first thing tomorrow.
I hope you
I
know
don't
the
think
house
so.
is mine.
I have more questions now than ever. About my father, the maid, this whole damn house.
Have a care, David. Need I remind you of your father's temper?
Need I remind you of yours?
Never.
Given the current mental state of Master Eddie, who should be a part of the heritage considerations, any discussion on the topic would be futile at this point. Would you not agree?
Thank you, Leah. Maybe it's a good thing you're here.
No,
after
it's
all.
not.
Impudent brats!
If I get this house, you're on the streets.
What's going on?
Did you notice when Margaret got angry?
When Eddie mentioned chores involving Rose. What does that mean?
It can only have something to do with Lady Rosemary and Aunt Cecilia, and whatever the maid was doing in the attic.
The attic?
I saw the maid coming down the stairs with a tray, but there's nothing up there but an empty room, or so I thought.
Interesting. What is it, David?
I have to see.
David, wait! You have to start confiding in me, David.
No, I don't.
What are you seeing?
I'm not sure. Ghosts? Echoes?
No, that's not what I said. I
Memories?
said I don't know.
I
Say
can
I
see my
don't know.
father as a child. It's
I
like he's trying
didn't
to
say this.
speak
I
to
said
me.
I don't know.
Perhaps you visited here as a child. Maybe you're remembering stories your father told you of this place
Shut
when you
up.
were young.
I don't
You
like you.
see? I said you wouldn't believe me. I know what I saw, and I know I will find out what's going on here. What they are hiding from me.
We will.
No,
Together.
I will.
So?
So, we focus on the facts as we know them.
Go on.
You saw the maid's body. Her neck was broken. That was the work of a human, not a ghost.
I
yes.
didn't say a ghost killed her,
I
you
suppose so, yes.
Lady Margaret knows more than she's saying, that's for sure.
Godspeed getting anything out of that old hag.
No, I know. But Eddie might be an easier option.
Yes. Yes, we need to find him. And make sure Margaret isn't there to interrupt.
I believe she's already gone to bed, but I'll check. You go find Eddie.
We're splitting up? Oh, thank God. Oh my gosh. That whole conversation was very pointless. I have to say, if this is an issue with the original, which I highly suspect it is because it's obviously a remake, everything about her character is illogical. Like, we're here chasing
Well,
something.
that's clear enough.
Why are we stopping to talk to her about what she believes in, what we've seen and what we haven't seen? It doesn't really make sense. I don't really care what she thinks, to be frankly honest with you. Like, it doesn't make a difference to me. I'm here to solve a mystery. She's kind of like a derailing of the mystery, because instead of actually progressing with it, I'm wasting my time.
Well, hello, my dear Elsa. Oh, Sir Edward, you look very handsome today.
Eddie?
Why, thank you. You're as beautiful as ever, my little doe. Oh, mwah, mwah.
Somehow, I don't believe he's killed her, though. At least not intentionally. It might have been an accident. He looks too... I don't know. Earlier, he was very tormenting, like with the deer's head, and he seemed like a little punk. But I think that actually sums up his character, a little punk. I don't know. She didn't really give the impression, but then she was wearing the necklace, so she must have liked him to some extent. So I'm not really against disbelieving.
Dolls. Ugh. The stuff of nightmares.
Uh-huh. But yes, I'm not really against believing him. I just question then why he killed her.
Eddie, can you hear me? What can you tell me about great-grandmother Rose? What did Elsa have to do? Eddie!
What if he was possessed?
What do you see here, Eddie?
You'll be quite safe, the little rabbit said to his brothers and sisters. The fox is fast asleep, so the rabbits tiptoed past, and the fox was sly. He wasn't asleep at all. He opened his yellow eyes.
I've warned you before to mind your place. This will be the last time you defy me.
God damn.
The eyes of the fox, they shone with cruel light as he pounced on the rabbits and ate them all one by one. It was only then he went to sleep, his tummy full, his heart content.
Hmm.
I wonder what's on the other side. Is there... no, can't see a switch or lever. I guess not all castles are like Edgar Allan Poe used to describe them.
Yeah, I'm starting to think he was either possessed when he did the killing or it was an accident. That being said, I do still need him to confess. Just saying though, this is not that kid's bedroom.
A secret passage.
What do you think you're doing?
That won't be long, I hope.
What do I think
Look
I'm
after
doing?
Eddie.
Searching, of course. What does it look like I'm doing? Please tell me you took the candle with you. Okay, I guess we didn't.
Just a little further.
I'm expecting a horror moment here.
Damn it!
I didn't touch that, so how did it fall? Right, no way back this way then.
That's it. Open wide. Good, good.
I don't want any.
That's all right, dear. Did I tell you that John's son David has arrived? He's as bothersome as his father. Not worthy of this place. Poor Angus will never recover from the sight of John's charred remains. Selfish, selfish man.
Please. Don't.
I do not enjoy this, as you well know, but you brought it on yourself. Your son was a good man. You should not have defied him.
Keep your back to the wall, please.
Oh my god. She's barely skin and bones. How is she still alive?
I found the wooden switch. It was in the bookcase.
You scared me half to death.
Well, you will insist on wandering off without telling me where you're going, and I just managed to avoid Lady Margaret when... Jesus God!
Yeah.
I saw this.
In a vision.
Edward beat her with it. Used it to cripple the poor woman.
Oh my God. And he hung it there to remind her every day. Take it down.
You're sure?
Do it.
I disagree. Don't do it. You're a very rational lady, aren't you? We're not trying to get caught. You realize it's... I mean... one guy who potentially has a gun. A second kid who potentially will help the other two.
Big and heavy. But it's seen better days. Just how long has she been
Do you know what?
bed?
What do I even care? What logic has this game even given me anyway? Fine, take the damn thing down. I'm tired. I can't be bothered anymore. I have to deal with this illogical woman. I have to deal with a character that seems to do his own bidding.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hope you know you're not getting out of here now, though. They will know that we have seen you, and they might just kill you.
Rose? Rosemary?
But hey,
Can
at least
hear
you
me?
got a slight moment of
Rose?
satisfaction, I guess. Don't have to see the cross when you die. Though knowing them, they might actually use the cross to kill you with it. Interesting. Am I supposed to believe that a wooden cross is breaking a chain? I believe I am supposed to believe that.
Rosemary, I'm David. John's son. Your great-grandson.
Here, try this. No, like this. Gently.
Explain to me what the hell I'm doing. What do you mean,
Who
try
did
this?
to you?
Edward. I was
Why didn't she do it?
disobeyed.
Okay.
Disobeyed? How did you disobey?
Cecilia, I tried to stop him. Stop what he was doing.
What was he doing, Rosemary?
Should not have disobeyed. Not disturb him in the old wing. Never talk back.
Rose! Rose! What did he do to Cecilia?
I don't think you'll get anything more out of her. Poor woman. Come on, Lady Rosemary. We'll get you out of here.
No!
We can get you somewhere safe.
No.
I'm safe here.
Yes.
Room. Safe from the Black Mirror.
The Black Mirror. Margaret has a lot to explain.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I apologize in advance, but I've
I
kind
think
of...
we need to have words with her ladyship.
I've kind of given up on actually playing this my way. I'm just going to play it however. Whoever dies, dies.
Margaret, we need to talk about...
Lady Margaret, if you please.
Never mind that. What the hell are you doing with Rosemary?
You're one to talk. You're just like your father, leaving nothing but fear and misery in your wake.
What in God's name are you talking about?
You spoke to young Eddie, did you not? Now he's convinced everyone is trying to kill him. He has taken poor Andrew hostage and is threatening his life.
Where is he?
He's taken him to the old wing, and he is armed.
I'll go. I can talk to him.
You will not. You two have caused quite enough trouble already.
We? How dare you, when you continue to worship Edward, even though he drove poor Cecilia to drown herself?
I will not allow you to...
To what? To speak the truth? To say that Edward...
He never touched her! You come here, and you...
No, you. You are the one in the wrong here. You know more than you're saying, and we both know it. There's something in this place. An evil that has plagued our family for
I wouldn't have gone that far.
Instead of blaming others, maybe you should look closer to home for the cause of your misfortune.
You know nothing. What I did, what I do, everything is for this family. How can you possibly understand?
Please, my lady, we can discuss this later. Miss Farber, you need to speak to Master Eddie.
Take us to him.
This way. Have a care in the old wing. It isn't used, and for good reason. A section of wall fell into the sea some years back, and the rest is falling to ruin.
Into the sea? Where the hell are we? Oh, wow.
Over there, sir. Eddie?
No! No! They're after me! All of them! Trying to kill me! No! Please help!
Eddie, look at me, Eddie, just at me. It's going to be all right.
Stay back here. I'll try to reason with him.
You will not. This is what I do.
Nope.
Eddie,
This is what she does, right? I'm not doing anything.
tell me what's troubling you.
He dies, it's on you.
Troubling me! He is! And David! They all are!
They all are what, Eddie?
accusing me. They think I killed her.
The maid, you mean?
But I didn't. I didn't.
I believe you, Eddie. I believe you.
Hmm. Is that it? Alright. Well, whilst you figure that out. Climb down? Why would I?
Deep and wide. I might make it, but Eddie would see me. I might panic him.
You might make what? Where are you going, my guy? That does not look like a...
Please let me go. Why should I? You liar! Liar! I'm not. Please, I'm not. Of course you are. You're a lawyer. You think I couldn't hear you whispering about abducting me, accusing me of murder? I'm sorry. Sorry? For what? You said you hadn't done anything. Oh, God.
No, you will not. This is what I do. You're doing so much good. I'm so proud of you. Oh, wow. You make a good example of doctors everywhere. Look at you just standing there with your hands by your waist. Oh, I'll just hold this pose and he'll let him go. Jesus, god damn. You gonna do anything?
Oh, she's good. She's keeping him distracted. But I'm not sure she can talk him into dropping the gun. He seems too far gone for that.
I'm not sure she can do anything. She's not doing anything after all. It's my job.
From here, this
It's what I do. I wouldn't be so
Master Eddie, please reconsider what you're doing.
Why should I listen to you? I've heard you too, talking and conspiring.
Steady now.
I've seen how you treated Elsa.
I assure you, sir, I have never conspired against you.
And what about Elsa? I wouldn't be surprised if you killed her to get rid of me.
I promise you, Master Eddie, that everything I do is for the good of the Gordon family.
You're gonna have to prove that to me. Wasn't that lucky? Thank God I didn't have to do a balancing minigame.
Stop wriggling about. You stay still.
Let him go, Eddie. Everything is all right. Slowly, Mr. Harrison.
Come here.
Bloody fool. Seems intact. Now for some ammunition. Bits of bone. Should work if I'm careful. Seems intact. Now for some ammunition.
Where do I begin? Why do I have to save you?
Let's hope this doesn't snap under the strain.
Andrew! Andrew, no!
David? David?
Damn, that lawyer was not happy being in that position.
What happened?
Relax.
You used the
Everything's fine.
force, young Luke.
Fine. Are you out of your mind? Oh, please, contain yourself, Andrew.
I most certainly will not. And I'm not spending another moment in this madhouse. I will fetch the police from the village immediately.
I
mean-
don't think that would be wise, sir.
Are you threatening me?
Perish the thought, sir. I'm merely pointing out the folly of driving these roads in the dark.
And besides, we may need the car if Eddie's condition worsens.
I'm sorry, what? So
The
you would
insane brat
then...
could jump off the roof
Exactly.
for all I care. I, for one, would rather risk my life out there than in here.
Leave then. And before you even think of telling anyone what happened here, just remember who you are dealing with. And yes, you
God
may
damn.
consider that a threat. Angus, kindly help me with young Eddie.
Careful now, just take it slowly. I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
Yeah, good for fucking you.
Science took a beating tonight.
After
You're more
seeing what
lenient.
happened here, I think even Dr. Freud would agree with you. I need to check up on Eddie and make sure he's all right.
You do that.
Have you forgotten that he tried to kill you?
So I'll be careful then. He's a person in need, no matter what he did.
The mirror. I think it's some kind of dark force, an ancient evil summoned by the druids.
And they lost control over it.
I believe they never had control. Edward knew of the mirror. He may have even understood its power.
So we know what it is, but not where.
It's underground. Somewhere. Reaching it, well, that's the real conundrum.
And how not to end up like your father.
My father tried to destroy the mirror, to end the evil, but he failed. Now he's trapped in there,
Are you talking about his soul?
if that's what you want to call it. All I know is, we have to find a way to free him. This is
You better not
Edward's
betray
lair.
me.
And Margaret was
Or
known
do
to
I
leader
don't
of us
care.
prying.
So we should pry.
Indeed.
That was my candle, but okay.
Another one.
Like the symbols carved on the rocks.
Rory.
Yes. He might know what it means.
He'll probably be asleep at this late hour, though.
The first time I met him was in the dead of night. So who knows? He might get lucky.
So far, Rory is still my favourite character. And something tells me it's going to stay that way for a while.
Looks like this is where Grandfather Edward did his work.
What's that? Oh,
This looks interesting.
it does look interesting.
You were probably looking for this too, Father.
Right. I should be able to get into that, actually. But
Eddie already
first,
took everything he could find.
Eddie and Edward. Edward is the grandfather. Eddie is the kid, if I'm right. Strange to decide to name them both the same thing. Assuming that that one goes into that. Wait, no, actually that was the right thing. And that just needs to be rotated like that.
Something's missing.
Is it?
Eddie had too much respect for the old man to just break this open.
I don't. Let's break it. Wait. I'm sorry, wait, what? When did I get that? When did I get that? Oh, is that what I picked up from the drawer?
Looks like it is part of the key Father hid away for me.
Right. Okay, I understand.
Still not complete, it seems.
Alright, well that does change things, doesn't it? Assuming the key goes in this way. That should work. I went over that and I didn't even notice. What do you mean it doesn't fit like that? Which way did you try and put it in? That's important to know. I bet you this game doesn't even care about that. Alright, we know that has to be on a line on its own. Which means nothing can be up. If we assume that that actually goes there and that goes there. If we assume that, then that goes there.
Doesn't fit like that.
Oh, would you? I will come back to that, you annoying puzzle thing.
The bloodstains on it are old and dry. Ooh, raw alcohol. Eddie is truly desperate to be a great Gordon like his grandfather. Empty. Another of Eddie's horrors waiting to happen. Just how far does the official Gordon estate reach? Eddie didn't want to do his delicate work in the dark.
Interesting.
Found anything yet?
Only a few.
I wasn't trying to talk to you, to be honest.
This place must be a dream for a psychiatrist.
Yeah, ask her. Yeah, thought so.
Son of a...
Bat.
Army book. It belonged to Angus.
There's a page marked.
It details how to perform a cesarean section.
Does that mean that Angus
Delivered Cecilia's baby. That way they could keep it out of the public eye.
Horrifying.
Huh. Well, I guess this at the very least explains where the deer carcass went to. Alright, let's see if we can't solve this puzzle. It really would help if I understand. Because look, if you put the key in
more missing parts. But how many?
like this, it should work. Like literally, it should work. I don't see why it doesn't. I don't at all. I'm failing to see what I'm doing wrong. I've got everything in the right place. I mean, I can try. I think, yeah, that would go there. And then the end piece would go there. I could try this, but I don't think this would work.
Like
well, yeah, exactly. But I made it fit and you bitched about it. I mean, the only other... well, no, because... yeah, I don't know. I don't really get... and like, being honest, it really could just be me. I won't, like, butcher the idea that the game's puzzle doesn't make sense. I will state that to some extent, I do believe it could just be me. I didn't want to move that one. I think it would help if I had a better rotational system anyway.
Doesn't fit like that.
Then how does it fit physically? I just don't... I'm gonna be here forever trying to figure out how a stupid key fits, because clearly you're not happy with how I've made it fit. But to me, this is perfect. You've got the plus, you've got the circle, and then you've got the little hook thing that goes down. The only part we've got a problem with is that bit. I don't know where is the hook there supposed to be? I mean, I'll just try putting it down. I can't see how else I would go about this. That somehow worked. That last piece is literally what broke it, and I don't understand how or why.
The ramblings of a lunatic. He talks of a place of great power in
But
an
we got it
abandoned
eventually.
village.
Any mention of where it is?
No such luck. Just that it's where, as he charmingly puts it, his whore of a mother pushed him out into the world.
He was born in this village, at the place of power.
Yes, but it puts us no nearer to finding it.
It does. His mother will know the location.
Of course. Rosemary.
Glad to see your brain
To
still
my
works.
dear Father Edward, you stopped me from ending my torment many times before, but on this occasion, I'm determined you will not. I do this, not for myself, but for my child. A child that should never have been. A child born, not from love, but from cruelty. I'm taking my baby with me to save it from this rotten family. For it does not deserve to be cast into this world and into this damned place. Cecilia Gordon.
So...
This looks interesting.
oh, is that what you're going to say about it? Because to me, that looks like the globe in the main...
Found anything yet?
Only a few reasons.
Alright, well then I have no reason to talk to you. Don't fall. What's that?
Ugh, the stench. It reeks of death down there.
That foul smell might lead us straight to where we need to go.
You think the way to the mirror might be through that abyss?
Perhaps. It's too dark to see what's down there.
I needed some more time. I needed some more time.
To do what? Alright, what are my quests? Find the abandoned village, explore the old wing. Oh, okay, so I'm technically not done here. I see. No, go to the side. There you go. Well, whilst you take your quote-unquote more time...
This looks interesting.
yeah, I know, but are you going to do anything with it? Was that all there was to that? I hope not. Nothing to explore over there. Oh, I took the map. Wait, a map?
This looks
Oh, no.
interesting.
Never mind. I had hoped that it might work with that. But it would appear I'm thinking too abstractly.
Found anything yet?
Only a few.
Look, if you're just going to stand around and say that, can we go? Or am I not done? What do you want me to do here? Oh, you're just going to stand in the way. Lovely. I'm not really sure. I mean, I know I can still interact with this table, but there's nothing on it. Other than a deer carcass. The same goes for this table. All I can really interact with is the one thing that it doesn't really want to help me with.
The estate is massive. Could this all be really coming to me?
You have a cousin.
The estate is massive. Could this
Right.
all be really
Yeah.
coming to me?
So essentially no intent on opening that.
The maid could never have afforded this. This is a trinket of the rich, not a servant.
Alright, well, since nothing's happening there.
I should be able to Cheers. The bloodstains on it are old and dry.
Right.
Stand back!
God damn.
So this is where Eddie dumped the bits he didn't need.
Look, who knows how far down these chasms go?
Or how vast the caves below are. The castle may have been built on top of wherever the mirror is kept. It doesn't look like we'll get any closer to it from down there, though.
I think we should get moving, unless you still want to look around some more.
I don't want to hear that from you. I wanted to leave ages ago. You're the one who was so desperate to see bones.
Mr. McKinnon.
Master David. Miss Farber.
If you don't mind me saying, you look like you could use some sleep.
After seeing what happened in the old wing, I doubt I will ever sleep well again.
My apologies.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
No, sir. I do not think you do.
How is Eddie faring?
The young master is in bed. We've ensured he's comfortable and cannot do any further harm.
Good.
I'd like to speak to him, to help us understand why he did what he did.
Lady Margaret is sitting with him at the moment. I'm afraid he's in no fit state to talk.
I hope he managed to sleep soon.
Thank you, sir. As do I. Oh, Rory the gardener mentioned he wanted to speak with you. He's in the library.
You didn't off
Thank you
him?
for letting me know.
Good to see you have some respect for the gardener. Because, I mean, somebody killed her. She didn't just kill herself. And I still have 3 to 4 suspects. I mean, obviously, there is the light scenario that it could have actually been me under like a pretense of me not remembering it happened, like a blackout sort of moment. I'd rather dispel that immediately, but with a story like this, where I'm seeing ghosts and then all of a sudden, well, I wouldn't be surprised if that ended up being the case.
Hello, Rory. What brings you to the library in the dead of night?
Indeed.
I don't rightly know. I woke up. Something, feeling, made me come here.
I
There's a
see.
rune on his neck.
I ken I wasn't much of a help to you earlier. It is not easy for me to trust folks.
From what I've seen of this family, I cannot entirely blame you. Edward's diary mentioned an old, deserted village somewhere nearby.
I ken it. I haven't been up there in years, though. 'Tis a fearful place, so it is.
What happened? Why was it abandoned?
The folks there were all killed. All dead. Wiped out overnight. Nobody goes there anymore.
But Edward did.
Aye.
Can you take us to the village?
No, son, I canna. My eyesight's not what it was, you ken. And them woods are not safe with no map to guide ye. I can get you across the loch when you ken the path, though.
How did the village die? It was the Druids. The Druids using the Black Mirror.
Aye, it was. They got what they wanted, drove back the Romans. Aye, that they did. But it cost them dear.
That's what it sounds like. Do you want to say
Find
something?
this deserted village. It's not on the map, and I have a feeling Lady Margaret and Angus will remain as unhelpful as they have been so far.
According to the diary, your great-grandmother would know where it is, though.
Yeah, that's right. See, now that's useful. You were actually useful for once. That was very useful information. That was the most useful information you have given me all day. I appreciate it. Thank you. That being said, she better not be dead. I know when people are willing to give me information in this game, they have a habit of just turning up dead before they do. Why is she on the floor?
Rose? Rosemary? It's me, it's David. I need you to help us. The village where Edward was born. Can you point to it on this map? Can you do that? Oh, nothing. It's like she's shut down.
Just a second. Try now.
Hold on, hold on.
There! That's where the village is.
Gordon's mansion.
This ought to be enough for Rory to help us find the village.
We'll need a boat to get across the loch.
There's one at the lakeside.
Gordon's mansion. I am 90% sure that's what I just saw, but they won't show it to me. As for why that's so important, kind of a dead giveaway as to where it is. Unless that's not where it is and it was just like hey, the thing hovers over there just for the sake of it, and then they're just going to say it's not where it was hovering over. Oh, wait, no. I almost left that. I'm curious. Come with me if you want, woman. Try not to die. For you see, I have a symbol to make. Let's see. All right, from what I know, interesting. From what I know, I'm going to put that there. Actually, I actually think the key is perfect. I bet you the game's gonna tell me it's not.
Not like this.
Shock horror. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm just not as good at this as I thought I was. But it certainly feels like this game loves playing practical tricks on me. I can only imagine that it's about how I leave the key rotated. But then when I like pick it up again, it just rotates back to this. Alright, fudge it. I'm going to try a million different combinations until the game is satisfied, because this game has a habit of doing things like that.
Not like this.
Seriously, what should the key look like? I don't know. I don't understand. I put this bit on its own and it doesn't work.
There appear to be more missing parts. But how many? There appear to be
You
more
mean to
missing
the key?
parts. But how many?
Where? Okay, whatever. I can't get into it now. I get it. So stupid. To me, this key isn't missing more parts, but nobody has all the time in the world to sit there and try and figure out where the next part would be. So if it doesn't open, it doesn't open. I don't have a care for it anymore. If I could have opened it, I could have opened it. I don't have a care for it anymore. I would probably say that after this, it's even a good place to save it. Because we are in chapter 4. I don't know how many chapters there are, though. Hold on, let's see if I can't find out. There are 5 chapters. Okay, so I guess we will maybe try and finish the whole thing in the next chapter. We'll see. In the next episode, rather, we'll see. But thank you for watching, and have a good day.